Welcome in. This is my first color along. Patch of Blue requested this, and thank you so much. I am excited. I'm a little bit nervous, but I figured it's okay to be nervous because I'm just with friends, and so it's not a big deal. So our coloring color along is going to be in Johanna Basford Magical Worlds. We are going to be using the Burtfuner Squares and Flare glitter pens. Oh, I love the Flare glitter pens. If you've never seen these before, they're fantastic. They're also going to be most likely, one or the other is going to be a giveaway in our Global Buddy color at the end of the month. But the reason why I love them is look at that nib. Isn't that just, it's super tiny, and so it can get into all the nooks and crannies. The glitter is fantastic. These are my favorite. So we're going to be using those as like our little glitter parts. We are using Burtfuner Squares. I did a little bit of a review of getting ready on how to swatch. I'll stick a video or I'll stick the card in there for that. We've got our color swatches, so we're ready to go. Hopefully we're not going to need a pencil sharpener because it's someplace else and I don't know where it's at and I don't want to stop midstream. So we're going to get started. I'm going to put this off to the side and we're going to bring it through. So it's Johanna Basford, and it is the page right after the introduction and tips for coloring. This is the one that I'm doing because they're like the little mini tinnies or little minis. And so it doesn't take a lot of time, and we should hopefully be able to do each of these a little bit quicker. So you know what? I was just going to pick whatever I felt like doing, but maybe I should just start. That way my hand doesn't get all dirty. Not that my hand ever really gets dirty, but we'll start with the pumpkin. You know what? I usually do pumpkins like in pink or green or white. I usually don't do them like a pumpkin, but maybe I should. Maybe I should do. Isn't that funny? Grapefruit. That's not the color that I would think to associate with grapefruit, but I think that's funny. So you know what? I think I'm going to do the grapefruit and the orange gummy. I love that color. Oh, look, there is a pumpkin porridge. Okay, well, let's go with that. So we're going to pull out 109. So if you, really quick, all of my pencils are in numerical order, not family or color order, 109, so that I can find them and put them back a little faster. So 109 is going to be our first one. So we're going to have 109. We're going to do, okay, everybody else is in the front. So we're going to do grapefruit. We'll do, okay, I'll pull out gummy just in case. And then, okay, so that's number 5. You see that? Number 5. And then pumpkin porridge is number 4. So we'll go with, whoops, number 4. Hopefully you guys can see that. Number 4. And, you know, just in case, I'll go 91, which is wheat something. Okay, so that should get us going for that. In that video that I did, I've got the color, I've got the swatches that you can go and pick up the swatch from the gal that created it. I love this, can't live, I literally cannot live unless I have this. Okay, I am trying out something new today. I'm trying out a new way to do my video or my audio, and I'm hoping that it's gonna work better. It seemed like last time it was popping a lot, so I'm trying something different. All right, so let's get down in here. Hopefully this works well. Okay, so we are going to start here. And I do tend to keep my swatch out so that I can see, because I forget, you know, which way I'm going. Now, there's a couple of different ways to start. They say you can go from light to dark or from dark to light. It just kind of depends. Sometimes I'll start dark, a dark color, and go into my light color. Sometimes I'll go my light into my dark. Today I am going to go with my light color, which does look like it's going to be pumpkin porridge, which is number 4. So we're going to start with number 4 first. Hopefully you guys can see that. So number 4 4 is what we're going to start with. And we're just going to go. And this is, I just start, I'll go kind of light. Now the Burtfuner Squares, they're oily pencils, and they do, I think they're the happy medium, to be honest. For a budget set of pencils, I think they're great. They have great pigment laydown. Let me bring you down just maybe ever so slightly more so that we can see, hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing better. And hopefully my pen doesn't hit you too hard. But the oily pencils, they have a little bit stronger nib, or not nib, but lead. They're not nearly as temperamental as the Prismas, but they're obviously not as fantastic as Prisma. But I will tell you, for a budgetary pencil, these are amazing. That's also why they're kind of hard to get. Like last week, I know that they were unavailable. They kind of come and go. I put them in my wish list. When they come in, I usually buy a set or two every time they come in. I have a back one for myself, but the reason why I have them is just in case if someone gets sick, I like to send them a set of pencils and a coloring book. Okay, so really quick, that's kind of how I just get started. I'll do that first layer down. These are more of a layering, though they do smush a little bit. So if you kind of layer down again, there is, you know, it will darken up. Okay, so I'll do that. Then I'm going to go in with the second color, which is going to be the gummy. And that is, I believe, gummy is number 5. And I love this color. This color is an amazing color. Now, one of the hard part, why is that doing that? Number 5. One of the hard parts about a budgetary pencil is open stock. If you don't know what open stock is that is just where if you go through, you have a set of pencils, and if you go through a pencil or two, you can go back out to the manufacturer and you can get 1 or 2 or 5, however many pencils that you need. And they give you the ability to keep your primary set going. So, you know, once you're down and you really have a favorite color, or you've used colors that are very similar, it is going, whoops, I did exactly what I tell people don't do. You want to brush when you color so that you don't get your pigments all over and get it spread all over your page. So with budget pencils, you know, after you're down to 50%, maybe crossing into the 60%, you're like, yeah, this is not even fun anymore. You'll have to pick up another set. Like I said, this set is a little bit hard sometimes to get a hold of. There is something weird that's coming through on this page, so give me just a second. Oh, that's what it was. It was on the pencil. That's kind of weird. Right there. I wonder what that is. There's something on here that is coming through on that, and that's really odd. I don't know why that's doing that. Yeah, it's right there. Crazy. So when you're coloring, to keep your tip sharp, you do kind of want to twist it a little bit. And that's kind of what I do here. I just kind of twist every once in a while. Wow, there is something odd going on. I don't know if it's the lead. That's crazy. I've never had that happen before. So at any rate, with a budgetary pencil, these are really great. Like I say, the pigment payoff is just amazing. They're very easy to lay down. If you do have like hand issues and hand problems, these are a nice set of pencils because, like I said, the pigment lays down very evenly, very nice, and you don't have to really work super hard to get where you want to go. But again, one of the things is you run through a pencil or two, you're going to be without that unless you buy an entirely new set. And sometimes for the sustainability, for some people, that's kind of hard. They're like, I don't want to do that. And I get it. You know, nobody really wants to do that. Okay, so that's cute. That works good enough. All right, so then the next one I want to do is, I think I want to do, is that pumpkin porridge number, no, let's see, who was 109 again? Oh, the grapefruit, yeah. So 109. Now, even though I went light there, I'm going to go a little deeper around the windows, the sill, and the door. So I'm kind of going outside of the norm of, you know, start with your light, move in, but I'm just going to go ahead and bring that in a little bit and go around the door. Oops, got a little bit over there. Might have to erase that. So at any rate, you just have to kind of pick the pencil that works best for you. I think you can get equally as nice of pictures done with budget pencils. Now, I will be honest, the pencils that now this is just me personally, you know me, I don't want to offend anybody. I'm just not, I have Crayolas, just not a big fan of them. Life is short and I just want to have a good time. Now, there are some really, in my opinion, there are some colors there that I really like that you just can't seem to get anyplace else. So I kind of like them for that. But outside of there, I've really vacillated. Do I want to get rid of them? Is it time just to pass them on? I just don't like them. I just don't. Now, there's another set that I got that I think they're called Creative. I might do a color along with those. Precious Creativity or Country Creativity. And I think they're a Crayola line. Now those, I like those. But by that time, when you're up at that price, I'd rather buy the Burtfuners. I do want the Star Joy Golds. I've heard some really good things about them. And for beginner colorists, I think the way they set their colors up, it's set up to go in the medium or the light, medium, and dark so that you're not having to think so much when it comes to your sit down to color. Okay, so we did that. That's great. And then this one, the 19, this is the sheaves of wheat or shaves of wheat. So I'm just going to go in and I'm going to just kind of treat it like a little bit of a blend, just to kind of move them along a little bit and kind of, they smush, but they layer. It's really interesting. They are kind of like a cross between the they act nowhere like a polychromos, okay? That's a Ferrari. These are not a Ferrari. You got to set proper expectations. You are not going to buy a Ferrari, you know, for a Honda price. There's nothing wrong with Hondas. I love Hondas. I drive Hondas. I think they're great. I've had them in my life. I think they're wonderful. But you have to set proper expectations. But they do kind of act a little bit like a poly where they do layer down, but then they have a little bit of the Prisma where they've got a little bit of cream to them. Okay. Now, what I will do is, oh, you know what? I thought I had my blender pencil and I don't. Okay. Well, what am I going to do about that? I guess I'm not going to do anything about that. I guess I'm going to have to go. I don't really like to do this. I traditionally don't like to blend with white. But since I don't have my blender in my case, I'm going to take the white and I'm just going to blend a little bit. Oh, okay. Well, that's not bad. I'm not a white blender. I know you can. So this was a good little test that it actually, I guess because it's not as opaque as a Prisma, it works out really well. Sorry if I had a bit of a voice fry there. I don't want to be lazy in my speech, but apparently I'll be lazy in my syllables at the end. Okay. Oh, well, you know what? Well, that is as very, not that I'm famous, nor am I an artist, but a famous artist, you say, what a happy little, well, I don't know if it was a mistake, but okay, well, that's great. So this little white, that did great. Okay, picked up a little bit. So I'll have to make sure I get my scrap paper and clean that off. Okay, so this is just super fast. We're not going too detailed or anything like that. I'm going to go ahead and do the greens first before I do what I'm going to do here because I'm not really sure. So I'm going to put those off to the side. I always kind of put these off to the side just in case I want to come in. I don't want to have to try to track down what I was using. All right, so on this, I don't know if I want to necessarily go green. I mean, yes, green, but I don't want to be like, oh, that's a cute little. Okay, so I might do that one. And this is the reason why for me, if you're going to begin to color, you need a coloring book, you need your medium, you need a sharpener and swatches. Everything else, you can get it as you go. I'm kind of liking that look because it's a little deeper color. Okay, so I'm going to go 78. Let me see where 78 is. Okay, so we have our 78. You can tell it doesn't really match. That's the other reason why you don't want to, you always want to have a swatch because the color of the pencil or the outside of the pencil is usually not the lead pencil. And then believe it or not, I think I'm going to go really like far apart and go 43. We'll see what that looks like. It could be like a big mistake. I don't know, but we'll find out. And let's see. What else do I want? You know, that could blend them all in. 40, 48. Almost can't read my own writing. All right. So that's what we're gonna work with. All right. So those are the pencils that we're working with. I'll put this off to the side like that. So we are going to start off with 43. So 43 is going to go first. 43 is first. 48 will be next. And then my last one, 78, will be last. Okay, so we're going to go 43. You can see that. All right. So at any rate, ooh, that's a little bit on the unsharp side, but that's okay. So on this one, because it's a little bit smaller, I'm going to do super soft, and I'm barely touching the paper, and I'm kind of doing like little C's to O's, just trying to get it down. And I'm leaving, I don't know if you can see it or not, I'll lift it up. I'm leaving just a little bit of the outside not fully colored. And I just like to do that on the leaves. It's a fast way for me to do the leaves, where I like the little lighter color on the inside and a little darker on the outside. Okay. And then let's see, how do I want, okay, yeah, I want this. So I'm gonna go really light, just like that. And then I'm gonna go up and around. This is just really light. I would recommend that your pencil be a little sharper than mine right now. I should have brought my sharpener with me. So when I color, I usually don't color at a desk. I'm usually on the couch at night with my husband. So this is kind of new for me. This isn't where I normally color. All of my stuff is over there. So where do you guys color? Like most of the time? Are you at a desk? Are you on the couch? Are you in the chair? Do you color in your bed? Like, where do you normally color? Okay, so this one is 48. Let's see, is that coming in? Slowly. That is so weird, guys. So sorry. I don't know why my camera's not doing it. All right, well, trust me, it's 48. So on this one, I'm just going to go in a little bit more, just kind of touching the tips. Hopefully you can see that. I'm just going to color in the tips. Now this one, it's kind of got a little bit of the leaf that's flipped over. So I'm just going to go really light in through there. And then in through there. And just going around. So as you can tell, I'm just right now I'm just I'm not really lining everything, but I'm trying to avoid the center at when I can't. Now on this one, I don't have a choice. So what's happening is I'll stop and start. So I just get bits of this deeper in there, but I still keep that kind of that lighter green going. So anyway, I would love to hear, like, where do you guys color? So what's really nice is a lot of times the artists, they'll put lines, see how close those lines are, and then see how further out those are. So for me, I'm going a little bit deeper there, and this one, I'm just going to I'm going just around, like a really soft round, like that. And then I'll go like this, just kind of softly go in there, because that's a little bit of where the shading can be. And sometimes I'll drag the shading out. Like on this one, I might go ahead and just, it's further back a little bit. So here I'll go like that. Whoops. So I'll do that. And I just I use that as kind of my guide to shade. And then I'm just going to go in. Because I might go in just a little bit, just to kind of give some dimension. Hopefully that kind of makes sense. Now this one right here, I am going to hit it just a little bit more. And I'm going to hit it just a little bit more here underneath, kind of leaving, hopefully you can see, I'll point to it. I'm not great on shadowing, so, you know, I'm learning, but like right here, hopefully you can see I'm keeping that a little bit light. I'm keeping that a little bit light, doing a little darker here. Hopefully that, you know, when I'm done, it's not going to be great, but it's a little bit. It's just a little bit. So anyway, what I was saying to you guys, with you guys, is like, I'd love to know, put in the chat, where do you guys normally color? And if you're going to be doing the color along, even if you don't have Burtfuner squares, I am sure there's a color that's close enough to these. And let us know, are you coloring it? And if you are, which pencils are you using? And you don't have to use my color combination. Use whatever color combination just rocks your world. Okay, so this is the deeper color. This is going to be 78, and 78, whoops, 78 is this color right here. So you can tell it's definitely that deeper, kind of a deeper browny, whatever. So, excuse me. So what I'm going to do is right here, I'm going to, hopefully you can see that. I'm going like this. Yeah, I might have to clean that up with my pencil. So I'm trying to get in there really tight. I am putting a little bit of pressure down, just getting it where it's darker, so it kind of highlights that to where it's on the dark side. Then what I'm going to do is just on the veining, I'm going to try to do this. It's kind of hard when I'm not on top of the picture. I'm on the side of the picture. But just do that. And all I'm going to do is just hit those places where a little bit deeper. I might take it out a little bit. Okay, and then this part, even though I did do the other one, I'm going to put it a little bit more kind of along the bottom. Just really giving that kind of that deep dark. And then I'm still going to hit these a little bit. That way I've got like all three colors going. I'm going to hit that there also. And then hit these over here. And then I'm going to line this just a little bit, pull it out. Just a little bit, not a lot. I don't want it to go too far. And then I might bring this out just a bit. Okay. Well, for a fast color, that's not too bad. And then I might just do a little bit up here, just to kind of give it a little bit off to the side, off here. There, just a little bit. Doesn't need a whole lot. Okay, and then I think what I'm going to do, because I don't have my blender with me, which I'm a little sad I didn't bring my blender in. You know what? I'm gonna try white again, though this time I am going to clean it off. This may not be the best way to clean it off, but I want to make sure that I don't have any of the yellow color on there, which I don't think in the green it would make that big of a difference, but you want to get in the habit of making sure that your lead is clean. Nothing is worse than doing all of this and then getting down and you're like, oh no. Okay, so hopefully you guys can still see this. Okay, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here and I'm just lightly going to push down and kind of, oh yeah, the white did blend a little bit white in there, but that's okay. That's all right, we'll fix that. Okay, that's cute. I definitely need a sharper pencil. I will have to remember next time to bring my pencil sharpener in here. And then just go around. Now where the outline is, if I had a sharper pencil, those dark lines would stay darker. And it doesn't matter whether they go down gray a little bit or you have a real pop. It just kind of depends on what your style is. Do you want them to kind of fade a little bit, then perfect. They go a little bit gray. If that's what you want, that's perfect. If you're like, no, I really want it to stay black, that's fine. You just take any of your black markers. I use a little thin line Sharpie to bring back my dark lines that I want. And you can push those lines. If you want them to go white, you take a white Sharpie and that will do. Okay, that's cute. I'll go with that. For just a quick color. And guys, you can spend as much time as you want doing this. Like the more time you spend and you work with your shading and you work with everything, you will have far more success. But like I said, I was just trying to do super quick because it's a tiny little picture. Okay, so that's good. I'm gonna clean that out. Okay, perfect. All right, then what we're gonna do next, I'm gonna scoot those pencils over. We're gonna give it a quick dust. And I think I'm gonna stay kind of in these oranges. So I'm gonna use Buddha's Hand. That's number 50. And Buddha's Hand. And then go with Stewed Snow Pear. Oh my gosh, sorry, didn't mean to blow your ears out. Stewed Snow Pear. That's a crazy name, but that's their name. I'm gonna go with that one. I like that one, 90. I think that'll go well. And you know what? I think, yep, that's all I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna use those two. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just not gonna go super heavy. I'll use this one as probably my secondary pencil. So I'll go kind of heavy on one and then super light on the other. So this is just super light. I'm just doing a real light coat. Again, just barely tapping, almost, okay, so like hatching is you're just touching the paper and going up, touching the paper, touch, go up, touch, go up, touch, go up, touch, go up. Just enough to get a little bit of that pigment down, okay? And then I'm going to take the Buddha's Hand, which is, what was this one? Stewed Snow Pear. That one was 90. Hopefully you can see that. 50 is Buddha's Hand. Yeah, Buddha's Hand. 50. Hopefully you can see that. And I'm just going to go right where these little dots are. I'm just going to kind of hit those. I'll just go back and forth, kind of a layer. If you're using Prisma, they're just going to cream, smush and cream. You see how they're a little bit heavier. Then I'm just going to go up here. Not as much as this one. I'll probably only go 2 or, just a little, as you can see, just a little bit. So this has the majority of the pigment going down. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that and go up just a little bit. Go like that and go up. It'll be darker here, but ever so slight up to the top. And then here, kind of go up towards the top, a little bit deeper here. Hopefully you guys can see this. I'm not blocking you. My camera's in a way that I can't see what I'm doing, so I'm hoping this is going to work out. And then bring that up. It's ever so slight. but it kind of gives it a little bit of depth. And then I'm just going to do a little bit on the, little bits on the bottom, kind of like that. And I'm going to take the snow pear, the stewed snow pear, and lightly, ever so lightly, I'm just going in here. Where this is, I'm ever so lightly, but it also has a little bit where I'm pushing and I'm pulling. And then I'll pull up to blend, and pushing, pushing and blending. These don't blend like Prisma, but they do have a little bit of blend. Now here, I'm just gonna touch it. There, okay. And then, as you guys know, I'm not much of a background, but I am gonna do this just a little bit. I'm just going, just to highlight these little pieces right here. I think that's kind of cute, just to kind of give it like a little, the lights are on and everybody's home. And then for the windows, I am going to do just like a little glow in the window. Sometimes I do glow, sometimes I do blue. Just kind of depends on the day. Okay. All right, perfect. Okay, so I'm happy with that. I don't feel like I need to blend that. Well, you know what? My windows didn't kind of. And it's interesting, sometimes the black of the paper comes off on my pencils. I don't know if it's because I'm just a heavy colorist. So you do want to watch for that every once in a while. Okay, I like that. That's cute. So I'm going to put those aside and I'm going to brush that off a little bit. Now for the door. That is where it's like I never know what to do with the door and like the little around the windows and the stoop, or not stoop, whatever that's called. You know what? Real quick, I'm going to take this. This is 109. I'm going to go in and just hit these a little bit here, just to kind of give them a little bit more depth, because in my eye it's not recessing enough. So I'm just going to just do those just ever so slightly there. I think I'm going to line the pumpkin also, just to give it a little, I just felt like it needed a, oops, I felt like it just needed a little bit of a pop. Hopefully that's, for me it's popping, but I don't know what's going to show up on camera. I'm going to go ahead and line underneath the leaves also, just to kind of, again, give it, yeah, okay, I like that a little better. It's so funny, you kind of futz with these and it's like, do you really need to? And then I'm like, of course you need to. Oh, sorry. I'm like, of course you do. Okay, so door. Choices, choices, choices. What are we going to do? Purple could be cute. Oh, see, I always go for the blue. I gotta stop picking my same colors. Gotta step out, enjoy life a little bit more. Okay, let's see. Hopefully it's not making you guys sick. So sorry if it is. Yeah, no, I don't like any of those. No. No. Oh, see, this is what happens when your pencil's dirty. Boo-hoo. Oh, I love this color, cheesecake. Is that just like heavenly? Pink shell, no. Are we gonna go for a boring door? Aw, I don't want a boring door. Nobody wants a boring door. Peaceful darkness. No, I don't like that either. See, this is what takes me forever to color. I'm like, oh dear. But good, bad, or indifferent, you get to see how I do it. Okay. Oh, parchment. I love parchment. That's going to probably be my first pencil I'm going to go through. Love parchment. There's a couple in here that I really, really love. That they're hard. Okay, I could go with Sunset Cloud and just kind of be like all oranges, but I'm like, Camel Bells. Roasted coffee bean, that's another good one. But gosh, that's so boring. I don't want boring. Oh, see, this is the hard choice. Well, that's a bummer. I don't know which way to go on that. So let me think. You know what? We're going to start here first. Okay, so we're going to go flare. And we're just going to say that this one is an old-fashioned, and it has the kick plate of gold. So we'll just do that. We'll do this little kick plate. And isn't that great? I mean, look at that lay down. I mean, is that just so fun? I mean, look, I hope that comes out. Love these pens. I love, love, love. So, and what I'm going to do is up here, I'm just going to hit each of these little dots. I doubt you're going to be able to see it. It's just kind of a bummer. And I'm just going to touch a couple of, you know, just go over the yellow. It just kind of helps add a little sparkle. Again, these are the fun parts of your page. It's like putting your earrings on. I love that. Look how cute that is. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it just adds a little sparkle. All right, that gives me that. And then I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Huh, I thought I had a green one. Maybe I don't have a green one. That's not weird. Okay, so black. Okay, even though it's there, I love this black. Just gonna give a little door. Do that, and then, okay. And then I think, okay, let me go one more time. After I've thought it over, molded over, where am I gonna go? I think it's gonna end up being purple. Purple haze, why not? That's my favorite. That's another favorite color of mine, 14. So we're going to go with 14 purple haze, if I can get it out of my book. So purple haze, and then probably purple cabbage as the dark. So I'm just going to go in like this. Look how fun that is. Who doesn't want a house that has purple windows? Purple windows and a purple door maybe. Okay, with these, again, if you layer them, so I'm going to go a little heavy on this side. I'm going to go heavier on that side. And then I'm just going to keep that light. I mean, it's still purple, but it'll be a little lighter over there. And then we'll do this. Give it like just a little shot. And then, you know what? I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm going to do the purple haze on the casing also. And purple and gold. That goes well. Louisiana. It'll be perfect. Down on Bourbon Street. Okay, perfect. I like that. Okay, so that one was 14. And then I'm going to go ahead and pull out the purple cabbage, which is 63. Let's see, 63, 63. Okay, perfect, 63. And I'm going to go dark by the door jamb at the bottom a little bit, just to give it a little oomph. I'm going to do a little bit up here on top, just to kind of give a little bit of depth. I'm going to outline the window sill, a little bit at the bottom, and these little parts here, the corner of the window, a little bit here. Okay, like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the door this color, so it's a deeper brown, gray, purple. And I think that'll be fun. It'll kind of accent the wood and the door, kind of make sure I go in towards the door. Okay, that's cute. I like that. I'm going to go a little bit deeper here, kind of give a little bit of shading. Go right here. You guys do whatever, like whatever you guys want. Pick your different colors. Try something different. And then Okay, so that one was 63. So now what I'm going to do is to make it like look like wood, I'm going to take, I think it's 28. Is it 28 that I use? Which is, yeah, 28. It's Black Sunday. Okay, so I'm going to use 28. And to make it kind of look like wood, what I do is I just kind of come and I go like this, and I just kind of like let my hand like do one of these things. And I just kind of go like this. Well, this one's not working out quite as well as some of my others. I just kind of go like this. And then I kind of will go in and fill out a little bit. So that's all that I do. I don't even know if this is showing up. And I kind of do that. That's number 28, and that is called Black Sunday. That's what that is. Then what I'll do is I will come in with 14, which was the, forgot what 14 was. It's the lighter one, Purple Haze. And super soft, because I don't want to lose the color of the deeper. And all I'll do is just kind of smush it a little bit. And all I'm trying to do is kind of going in the direction of the, like what wood grain would be. On top of it, kind of smushing it around. And they work okay on these pencils. They definitely work better on Prismas, but they work okay here also. And all I'm doing is I'm just kind of giving it a small little squishy touch, and I am trying to pull it around a little bit just to give it a little bit of that cracked door look. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that's kind of what I do. And then, you know what, I might actually even pull some wood in this too. Just kind of give it like a little bit here, a little bit there, just to kind of give it a break in the, so I don't know if you see that or not. Okay. And then I'll do the same up here. I'll just do, I don't know, like just a little, not a lot. If you guys don't want to do it, don't do it. But sometimes that's what I like to do, to give a little bit. And then, you know what, I might do it across here too. Okay, just like that. Go on top of it, kind of blend it down just a little bit. So blend it a little bit hard here and then carry it across, just like that. So you can see it looks like that over here, and it just looks like that. I'll let you see that a little bit longer, and then now I'll go in and I'll just kind of go like this, like that, a little bit here. You do want your pencil to be a little bit on a sharp side, so it gets you what you want. Then just go straight on top of the black, and then go straight across to everything. And then kind of on the black, and then pull it all the way around. Oh, see, don't do that. You'll mess up your page. Okay. Then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back. I did get a little bit of purple into my window, and that's okay. I'm just going to use it. I'm going to bring it in, mix it in to kind of give it like a shadowing effect. You could always go in and erase it, but you know, sometimes I do take my little flubs and I use them to give a little bit. Okay, I'm just going to do those windows, and that's it, guys. That is my first little color along. Hopefully you like it. I'll bring you down in so you can see it a little better. Hopefully you like it. Hopefully it blends well. Next time I will make sure I get my blending pencil. So this is it. And until next time, thank you guys so much. I know this was like 45 minutes, I think, just to do this one little pumpkin. You guys can go faster, especially when you pick your colors. It definitely goes quicker. But until next time, pencil sharp, markers bright, and remember, it's just paper. Enjoy your coloring time. Bye-bye.